Now let's just give some highlight into how to operate the preview. For this I will open all data and I will select this option, sale invoice. If you want to see an old invoice which you have previously generated, you have to go to all data, sale invoice, and as you can remember, we have an old invoice here. We have the details of the invoice of the customer. Now if we want to see this invoice, we just have to click on view. Once you click on view, you will get this preview. Now in this preview, let us go step by step with all the options that are available. If you click on use letterhead, this empty space is what it will print ultimately. If you can see, this is export. This is for those people who use a predefined set of papers which they have, where they have a letterhead already printed on A4 size. This is for those users. If you do not have a letterhead, you can just use blank paper, and this is for using an A4 size paper. You can, if you want to add a signature of the authorized person of your company, just click and the signature will be added. And you have several options. You can send it by WhatsApp, you can mail it to some to your customer or your supplier, and you can export it or you can print it. Let's say if you export it, if you want to save it as a PDF, this option will open up, and if in case you don't see this graphics, you just have to click on background graphics and this design will appear. So this is a user's choice. They can have a blank invoice, or you can use this graph design. Make sure to deselect this option, do not select this option, and make sure your margins are kept as default. And if you want to save as PDF, just select this option, save as PDF, and save it, and you can save it on the desktop and click save, and the invoice or this particular document is saved. If you want to print, select the printer, okay, and then if there is any problem, make sure the paper size, once you select the printer, make sure the paper size is A4. all right, and make sure the margins are all set at default. Everything, the scale, everything is set at default. If you do not set it at default, there might be problems in printing, because Hisaab app software prints and exports everything in A4 size format. So please make sure that this you might have to do just once, but please make sure that you do it correctly. Make sure this is the paper size is A4, the margins, the scale, and everything else is set on default value, and just hit print and your invoice will be printed.